Hey there, movie enthusiasts. It's December 8th, 2023, and I'm Chris Lawler, ready to bring you today's Hollywood highlight on Back to the Podcast. I have got an episode full of excitement discussing new trailers that are sure to captivate, from the soulful Bob Marley One Love to the sky-soaring Masters of the Air, and a fresh twist on Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We're diving into a variety of cinematic treats today. And as we count down to Christmas, get ready for the spectacular reimagining of the classic The Color Purple, set to bring a new depth to this beloved story. Plus, Pixar is bringing back the magic to theaters with the release of 3 movies that originally debuted on streaming, a treat for fans who missed it on the big screen and wanted to have that big screen experience, and unravel the curious case of actors caught in cameo propaganda. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's discuss what happened this week in Hollywood. First up, things took a bizarre turn when actors like Elijah Wood from Lord of the Rings, Dean Norris of Breaking Bad, and Kate Flannery from The Office found themselves unwittingly entangled in a web of misfortune. This past summer, a scheme orchestrated by Russia-aligned influencers duped these stars into making videos on Cameo. The catch? Well, these videos were then manipulated to falsely depict Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky as a drug addict. Yeah, that's right, you heard right. A classic case of digital deception. The ruse involved requesting messages of support for someone named Vladimir with a plea to seek help for substance abuse. Little did these stars know their goodwill would be twisted for propaganda. Kate Flannery's publicist was quick to express her client's unwavering support for Ukraine and her dismay for the misuse of her cameo. Elijah Wood's video, priced at $340, started innocently with "Hi Vladimir, Elijah here," but ended up as a pawn in a larger geopolitical game. These videos were not just edited, but embellished with emojis, links, and even logos of media outlets like TMZ. It was a clever manipulation, turning them into tools for advancing false Russian claims about Zelensky's health. Cameo, faced with this misuse, stood firm. While they don't comment on specific investigations, they did make it clear that such deceptive bookings violate their guidelines. In response, Cameo is prepared to remove problematic content and suspend accounts involved in such activities. And now for a delightful twist for Pixar fans, some of Pixar's recent hits are set to make a grand entrance into theaters. Yes, you heard that right. Luca, Soul, and Turning Red, which initially debuted over on Disney Plus, are now ready to leap off the small screen and onto the big canvas. Starting January 12th, 2024, you'll have the chance to grab your popcorn and experience these animated gems in select theaters across the nation. And there's a little cherry on top: Soul will be accompanied by the charming short film Burrow. Why this sudden shift to theaters, you ask? Well, Pixar's playing a smart game here. They're aiming to rev up their box office numbers following the quieter 2023 they experienced. Plus, they're banking on the streaming success of these titles, hoping to bring that magic to the cinema halls. And let's face it, they also know fans would love to immerse themselves in these vibrant stories on a larger-than-life scale. Now, the burning question: will we see more Pixar favorites returning to theaters? I would love to go and see Bug's Life once again on the big screen. While there's no official word yet, the possibility definitely adds an extra spark of excitement. All right, buckle up, Twisted Metal fans. Peacock is shifting gears and revving up for a second season of its adrenaline-fueled action comedy series. And yes, this isn't just some clown's prank, it is definitely official. The series is a rip-roaring adaptation of the classic PlayStation game. It will continue to thrill viewers with its blend of high-octane action and dark humor. It was a pretty witty show if you haven't checked it out. Anthony Mackie, not just the star, but also the executive producer of the show, dropped this bombshell during the Game Awards. And let me tell you, the crowd went wild for this one. Season 1 took us on a wild ride across a post-apocalyptic wasteland, following a fast-talking outsider, played by Mackie, and a no-nonsense car thief, played by Stephanie Beatriz. Their goal: to deliver a mysterious package while facing off against all sorts of chaotic road warriors, including a deranged clown, Sweet Tooth, driving that all-too-familiar ice cream truck. Mackie's excitement was palpable when he expressed his gratitude, saying, quote, "I have to give a Sweet Tooth-sized thank you to our incredible fans. We are beyond thankful we get to continue the story, end quote. Showrunner Michael Jonathan Smith echoed these sentiments, thrilled to hit the road again with the cast and crew for another round of mayhem and madness. Produced by Sony Pictures, Television, PlayStation Productions, and Universal Television, Twisted Metal's first season is currently streaming on Peacock, and now with season 2 confirmed, the anticipation is now through the roof. What new gritty adventures await our characters? Will they survive the Twisted Metal tournament? One thing's for sure, it's going to be one heck of a ride. So if you haven't already, now's the perfect time to catch up with season 1 on Peacock. Trust me, you don't want to miss this wild and fun journey. All right, let's talk about The Color Purple. This isn't just a retelling, it's a whole new spectacle set to hit theaters this Christmas. Warner Bros. Adaptation of the 2005 Broadway musical, which itself was a reimagining of Alice Walker's 1982 novel and Steven Spielberg's 1985 film. It's poised to be a game changer, and I mean we're talking about a story that's already a powerhouse, but this version is amazing. It's ready to leave an indelible mark on audiences. This film is special. It's not just about recreating a classic. It's about bringing a new vibrancy and relevance to an already powerful narrative. Oprah Winfrey, who's not just a star in the original Spielberg film, but also a producer here, has been instrumental in bringing this project to life. What's intriguing about this version is its roots in the Broadway musical, which Spielberg himself found extraordinary. It's like he saw something in that production that sparked a new vision for The Color Purple. And honestly, with the talent involved, it's not hard to see why. The director is bringing a fresh perspective, focusing on the joy and pain inherent in Black life and existence. And the cast, well, we're talking about Fantasia Barrino, Danielle Brooks, I know her name, Taraji P. Henson, each a powerhouse in their own right. And of course, I love Taraji a lot. I can't believe I messed that up. So what's the takeaway here? The Color Purple is more than just a movie. It's a celebration of storytelling, music, and enduring power of Alice Walker's story. It's a testament to the impact a story can have, whether on stage, in a novel, or on the big screen. And with the Golden Globe nominations right around the corner, let's just say we're expecting this film to shine even brighter. So keep your eyes on this one, folks. It's going to be a memorable journey. Now let's dive into the latest twist in the tale of Coyote versus Acme. We talked about this movie on a recent edition of Hollywood Highlight, and we reported on it being dead in the water. But apparently there is news of a brewing bidding war for this much anticipated yet somehow shelved project starring John Cena. Initially dumped by Warner Bros., it's now caught in a tug of war among some of the big players like Paramount, Apple, and Amazon. They're all eyeing this potential gem. We'll see if it's a potential gem. I mean, there's no real word. I mean, if it was a real gem, wouldn't they be putting it out themselves? But Paramount, for one, seems to have an edge with their offer of a theatrical release. This could be a game changer, especially considering the need for some crowd pleasers on their 2024 release calendar. And let's not forget the people who are probably rooting for this one to hit the big screens. But here's where it gets intriguing. Amazon's also in the mix, although they haven't made a formal bid yet. They're mulling it over. Seems like they're taking their sweet time with this one, trying to wrap their heads around the project. Now, Warner's isn't making it easy for anyone. They've poured $70 million into this project already, and they want to cover their costs and then some. It's a tough call, but honestly, hiding Coyote versus Acme in the vault just doesn't make any sense at this point. We're talking about a film that reportedly rivals the wit and charm of classics like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I mean, we'll see. That's a pretty high bar right there. And then why not let the world see the hard work and creativity that at least went into it? In the end, what everyone's wondering is, will Warner Bros. Sell it off or take the chance and release it themselves? It's a pivotal moment, not just for this film, but for the studio's reputation. Are they going to be remembered for shelving promising projects, or will they step up and give these films the audience they deserve? Only time will tell. It's a waiting game for now, but here's hoping Coyote vs. Acme finds its way to us one way or another. What's your take on this? Are you looking forward to a theatrical release, or would you just much rather catch this one on streaming? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Right, let's shift gears to some of the freshest trailers hitting the scene this week. First up, we're taking a look into the rhythmic world of reggae with Bob Marley, One Love. This isn't just any biopic, it's a vibrant celebration of Bob Marley's legacy from his roots in Jamaica to becoming a global superstar. Directed by the talented Kevin MacDonald, who's got a knack for gripping documentaries, this film promises to deliver an authentic and compelling narrative of Marley's life. Starring Kingsley Ben-Adir as Marley himself, the cast also includes Sope Dirisu, Nesta Cooper, Ashley Walters, Jonathan Price, Zachary Momo, and Daniel Kaluuya in pivotal roles for this one. The story is a tapestry of Marley's musical journey, his fight for social justice, and personal battles, all brought to life through archival footage, dramatic scenes, and interviews from those who best knew him. So mark your calendars for February 14th, 2024, folks, because Bob Marley One Love is hitting the theaters. It looks incredible. This trailer gave me goosebumps, and there's already buzz about this film being a contender in next year's award season. So are you ready to immerse yourself in the life and legacy of Bob Marley? Let us know what you think about this upcoming musical odyssey. All right, now on to something that's set to take us high above the clouds and deep into history. Next up is Masters of the Air, an Apple TV Plus miniseries that's ready to soar. And folks, this isn't just another World War II drama. It's shaping up to be a sky-high epic. Leading the flight crew is Austin Butler, playing Major Gale S. Halverson, the real-life hero known as the Candy Bomber. This series promises to deep dive into the lives of the 8th Air Force's bomber crews. Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks are the executive producers. You know, it's not just any show. These guys have a knack for turning history into riveting drama. Remember Band of Brothers and the Pacific? Yeah, we're talking that level of epic storytelling. This show's budget is sky high. Literally, we're talking a whopping $250 to $300 million. So this isn't just a TV series. It's going to be a blockbuster on the small screen. So mark your calendars for January 26, 2024, because Masters of the Air is about to take off, and trust me, you'll want to check this one out. Did you see the trailer? What did you think about that one? Are you excited for this World War II epic? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to keep an eye out for Masters of the Air on Apple TV. Now let's talk about something that's sure to spark some intrigue and maybe a little marital discord. In the best way, of course. Wrapping up today's Hollywood highlight, we're diving into the world of espionage and marital secrets with the upcoming TV series adaptation of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The trailer just came out, and I was not expecting this at all. I had heard rumors that they were making this for a while, but now we finally got our first glimpse at it, and I am immediately intrigued as to what this show will be like. The trailer had such an interesting tone, a mix of the new James Bond movies if they were a sitcom, is kind of what I felt like. Now, this isn't just a retelling of the 2005 hit film with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. It's a fresh, modern reimagining. Just picture this. Jane and John Smith, your average suburban couple living their seemingly mundane lives, but plot twist, they're both secretly top-tier assassins. And guess what? They've just been assigned to take each other out. Talk about a complicated relationship. Hero Mirai of Atlanta fame, along with Francesca Sloan and Donald Glover, are steering this ship. So you know it's going to be a wild ride with a blend of dark comedy, high-octane action, and some serious spy thriller vibes. It is now set to premiere on February 2nd, 2024 on Amazon Prime Video. This series is shaping up to be a major talking point. What makes it even more exciting is the promise of a diverse and famous cast, including our favorite, Parker Posey, and one of my personal faves, Sarah Paulson, John Hamm, Paul Dano, John Turturro, Alexander Skarsgård, plus so many more. I'm not even doing this list justice. Seriously, you need to go check out who's in this show. With a story that digs deep into the themes of marriage, identity, and the nature of violence in our world today. So are you ready to join the Smiths on their action-packed, romantic, and suspense-filled journey? Will this series live up to the legacy of the original, or maybe even surpass it? Share your thoughts and expectations in the comments below. And remember, in the world of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, not everything is as it seems, and that's the beauty of it. And there you have it, fellow cinephiles. That wraps it up today for the Hollywood Highlight on Back to the Podcast. From the vibrant new take on The Color Purple to the intrigue of Mr. and Mrs. Smith and everything in between, we had quite a cinematic journey today. But before we roll the credits on this episode, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on these upcoming releases? Which one has piqued your interest the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. If you enjoyed today's show, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps more than you know. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Back to the Podcast for more of the latest film and TV news and all the fun and insightful discussions you love. Share this episode with your fellow movie buffs, and let's spread the joy of cinema far and wide. We'll see you next time on Back to the Podcast. Happy viewing, everyone.